the crushing reason your blood pressure buries the seafloor's living world from you. And in 2018, scientists confirmed that hidden world holds a living mass that rivals every forest, field, and ocean surface on Earth combined. That number isn't a metaphor. And the reason this ecosystem stays sealed from you is written directly into the physics of your own circulatory system. You already know ocean life exists. Fish, whales, coral reefs going white in warming water. But that's the lit 5%, the surface layer we've mapped, filmed, televised. Beneath it, the seafloor drops into trenches 4 times taller than Everest. Scientists spent a century assuming nothing survived down there. Too cold, too dark, too crushed. They were wrong in the most complete way possible. The real ocean isn't the water above you, it's the rock below. And the physical law that determines exactly how deep a diver can descend before their lungs collapse, the same law governing the pressure of blood through your arteries right now, is the precise mechanism that has been sealing this world from human knowledge. Kilometers beneath the seafloor, not in the water, inside the basalt rock itself, microbes are alive, eating, reproducing. Some of them divide so slowly through geological time that a single cell split takes 10,000 years. They don't breathe oxygen. They breathe sulfur, iron, hydrogen. They are powered not by sunlight but by the raw chemical tension of a planet still cooling from its own formation 4 billion years ago. The Deep Carbon Observatory ran a decade-long drilling project across 6 continents. What came up from 2 kilometers inside ocean crust wasn't dead rock. It was teeming. Every cubic centimeter of basalt held living cells, organisms so chemically alien that scientists debated whether to classify them as a separate biosphere entirely. A shadow world running in parallel with the one you know. Eating, metabolizing, cycling carbon in the dark. And here is the part you were never told. You've been taught that photosynthesis runs the world. Sunlight hits plants, plants make oxygen, you breathe. Safe loop. Clean story. That story is missing half the equation. Beneath every ocean on this planet, rock is metabolizing, not producing oxygen, consuming hydrogen, feeding on the slow bleed of iron oxidation rising from the planet's own mantle. And this underground ecosystem doesn't just exist quietly. It exhales. It pushes gases up through seafloor fractures that shift the chemistry of the water column above, change what the surface ocean can absorb, alter what eventually becomes your air. The oxygen in your next breath was partly balanced by organisms that have never seen light, that have never been named, that were alive before the first fish existed. Here is why you've never heard of them, and this is where your body enters the story directly. Pressure kills information. The same hydrostatic pressure that would implode your chest at 300 meters does something else when a drill core rises through the water column. The decompression, identical in physics to the bends that kills divers, doesn't just depressurize the rock. It destroys the slowest organisms, bursts the cell membranes of the most alien life, turns living chemistry into dead artifact. For decades, we were drilling up corpses and cataloging them as empty stone. It wasn't until 2015 that a team off the Portuguese coast developed pressurized core retrieval, pulling samples inside sealed chambers held at depth-equivalent pressure. What they found inside granite previously classified as sterile wasn't just microbial presence. It was community structure, predator and prey, a food web, inside rock. The same year, sediment cores from the Mariana Trench, 10,900 meters, the deepest point on Earth, came up active. Not traces of life, active metabolism. Bacteria consuming organic carbon at a rate that, scaled across the trench floor, exceeds everything all of Earth's rivers deliver to the ocean annually. The seafloor isn't a dead zone. It is the world's largest living system, and it has been running without you. Remember that rival biomass. It moves, slowly, on thousand-year timescales. But when geological events accelerate it, volcanic eruptions along mid-ocean ridges, submarine landslides, the sudden release of methane clathrates from the continental shelf, the deep biosphere responds. In 2013, Researchers tracking methane seeps off the Virginia coast found the rate of subsea microbial methane consumption had dropped 40% in 18 months. No surface event explained it. The deep biosphere had shifted. And methane concentrations in the water column above were climbing. Nobody announced it. No news cycle picked it up, because we have no monitoring infrastructure for a system we didn't know existed. The regulation mechanism for your atmosphere just showed a fault, quietly, in the dark, without anyone watching. And here is what remains unanswered. If this biosphere has been managing atmospheric chemistry from inside Earth's rock for 3 billion years, then every climate model ever built is missing its largest variable. Every projection of what your air looks like in 50 years was calculated without accounting for this. What happens when a 3 billion-year-old system begins to shift, and we only just learned it was there? We don't know, but it's already moving.